Hey sweethearts! Welcome back to the channel where love, laughter, and unforgettable moments from our favorite stars always find a home. Today's story will absolutely melt your hearts, and I just want to say, thank you so much for being here. Your love and support make every video feel like we're sitting down for a warm conversation among friends. Now, let's talk about a moment that touched not just fans, but also the hearts of those who believe in the quiet, powerful beauty of real connection. If you've followed Jung Hae-in and Jung So-min recently, then you already know something special is blossoming, not just on screen, but behind the scenes too. This article dives into the now viral moment where Jung Hae-in comforted Jung So-min in an emotional, unforgettable exchange, and the real story behind it. What really happened that day? And why is everyone still talking about it? Grab a cozy blanket, maybe a cup of tea, because this one's going to stay with you for a while. It all started during a recent behind-the-scenes shoot of their drama, where tensions were high, emotions raw, and exhaustion was visible on everyone's face. The production had been intense, with long filming hours and emotional scenes that demanded everything from the actors, physically and emotionally. Jung So-min, ever the graceful professional, had been holding her own throughout the demanding shoot. But there comes a moment, sometimes, when even the strongest hearts need someone to lean on. That moment came when the cameras were off, but someone nearby still captured it. Jung So-min, standing just to the side after an emotionally charged scene, quietly wiped a tear from her eye. No drama, no attention, just a silent moment of vulnerability. Most people may not have even noticed, but he did. Jung Hae-in, who had been standing across from her, noticed immediately. And the way he walked over, not rushed, not dramatic, just calm and full of quiet intent, was something fans are still talking about. He didn't make a scene. He didn't ask a million questions. He just gently placed a hand on her back and whispered something only the two of them could hear. And whatever it was, it worked. So-min smiled through her tears, let out a soft laugh, and nodded at him like she was saying, "Thank you for seeing me." The internet went wild. And honestly, so did we. But what really happened behind that tender moment? According to someone from the crew who later shared their observations, that wasn't the first time Hae-in had stepped in quietly for So-min. They mentioned how deeply he respected her professionalism, always praising her even when she wasn't around. He admired how she gave every scene her all. And when she finally had a moment of weakness, it wasn't pity he offered, it was companionship. That's rare. And so deeply appreciated. In an industry where actors often have to power through their emotions and keep a mask on even when the cameras are off, seeing Hae-in recognize So-min's feelings and hold space for them was powerful. It wasn't just about comfort. It was about empathy. It was about connection. It was about knowing someone so well that you can tell when they need a break, even if they haven't said a word. And it's not the first time these two have shared moments that made fans believe they're more than just co-stars. In earlier interviews, Jung Hae-in has often spoken about the importance of chemistry in storytelling. He said, "When two actors truly trust each other, it shows. It's not just in the dialogue or the scene, it's in the silences, the looks, the pauses." So-min, in turn, once said of Hae-in, "He's someone who listens with his whole heart. He makes you feel heard, even when you're not saying much." Isn't that just the most beautiful kind of friendship? Their drama had already been stirring emotions across Asia, but it's these unscripted moments that seem to have left the biggest mark. One fan tweeted, "I thought I loved their characters, but it turns out I love them even more." Another wrote, "It's not just acting. That's real human care. And it's what the world needs more of." Let's take a moment to appreciate both of them, not just as stars, but as people. Jung Hae-in is known for his warm, thoughtful nature. He carries himself with quiet strength, and is one of those rare actors who lets his emotions lead his performance, not just technique. Whether it's a romantic role or a scene filled with tension, you always feel what he's feeling. And off camera, he's that same sincere person. His kindness isn't performative, it's part of who he is. Jung So-min, on the other hand, is like a gentle wave. Soft on the surface but full of depth and power beneath. She's resilient, fiercely intelligent, and doesn't seek the spotlight just for the sake of it. She moves with grace, speaks with purpose, and acts with her whole soul. Watching her bring characters to life is like watching poetry in motion. Together, they've created something magical, on screen and off. And what makes it even more special is the way they speak about each other. There's no exaggeration, no fluff. Just mutual admiration and deep respect. During one press interview, when asked what they've learned from working with each other, Hae-in said, "From So-min, I've learned the power of vulnerability. She's not afraid to show raw emotions, and that courage makes everyone around her better." So-min smiled at that and said, "From Hae-in, I've learned patience. He never rushes you. He just waits with you. That kind of presence is rare." Now let's go back to that day. That quiet moment when the world wasn't watching, but love, in its purest form, showed up. Maybe not romantic love. Maybe not love with labels. But real, human, intimate love. That's what this moment means. It reminds us that even the strongest, most graceful people have moments where they need a gentle hand. And that the most powerful support is the one that comes quietly, sincerely, and with no agenda. Their story, whether it continues only as dear friends or evolves into something even more beautiful, is already something special. It's a story of care, of kindness, of mutual upliftment. And those are the stories worth telling again and again. To every fan watching and listening right now, remember this. Behind every powerful scene, every glowing red carpet, and every polished interview, are real people with real hearts. And sometimes, the most beautiful thing we can witness is not the drama, not the fame, but the silent moments of connection. Moments like the one between Jung Hae-in and Jung So-min. So, what really happened? A man saw someone he admired feeling overwhelmed, and he didn't turn away. He stepped in, not to fix, not to explain, but to be there. And in that tiny act of comfort, 1,000 emotions bloomed. Gratitude, respect, tenderness, humanity. And we got to witness it. Jung Hae-in and Jung So-min, thank you. For your honesty, for your warmth, for reminding us that it's okay to be vulnerable, and that true strength often looks like a quiet shoulder to lean on. You've given us more than entertainment. You've given us something real. And to all of you watching, thank you for being part of this family. Keep being kind. Keep seeing people. And never underestimate the power of just being there for someone, quietly, sincerely, like Jung Hae-in did for So-min. Until next time, stay safe, stay loving, and keep believing in the magic of human connection. We love you all so much. Sparkling heart.